The hero pool shows up.
I know, it's the best part. Oh,
Ooh.
all right. Who do we got? We got a Putka. We got Spirit Breaker. All three
Spirit Breaker
games.
again.
Venomancer. All
Drow
three
strat.
games. Oh, you're right. Drow is there.
Drow seems so bad at the moment. I got Chen. Got a sniper.
Yeah, that's another. So in past captain's drafts, push strats were pretty commonplace. If you could just get one or two, because getting counter push is not always the easiest thing with the limited pool.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. This is a pretty. I think this is a pushy pool in general. You got Luna, Veno, Chen, Lycan, like Drow, Nature's Prophet, Jakiro. Yeah, there's a lot of very pushy stuff.
I'm pretty sure we're seeing an Abaddon this game, base skip. It's happening.
Yeah, I could see that. I think it's a pretty good Abaddon game. There's a couple of position 4s. There's some really good position 5s. Position 5 shouldn't be too heavily contested at all. There's a handful of offlaners. Abaddon, Darkseer, Brew, Void. Mid might actually be the least populated role in this.
I'm looking at a lack of initiation, actually. There's not a ton. You got something like Void, like you got kind of Phoenix. Yeah, Sand King's the big one. Brew, kind of. But we'll see how much they actually look towards picking something, or how much they value an initiation hero. So we're going to get rid of the Omni Knight, Jakiro, Spirit Breaker, which, again, Spirit Breaker has been first ban all 3 games so far today. He's been in every pool, surprisingly. We have yet to see a Techies available.
Has the win rate. I think he's got like a 55% plus win rate on like every bracket in pubs or something. Something absurd. Let me have a look.
It is absurd in both pros and pub games.
Yeah, he's got over 54% win rate in every bracket in pubs.
And Venomancer's the last ban. We've seen this hero all 3 games as well. Banned 2 out of the 3, though. Bounty Hunter's going to be the first pick for Midas Club Elite. Wow. First pick Bounty.
That's kind of interesting.
Are there a lack of 4s?
No, I think there's... The 4 situation is okay. I guess it depends on whether or not you're willing to play like position 4 Monkey King or position 4 Sand King. I'd say Bounty is the least greedy 4 in this pool. Yeah. Unless you end up running like a Phoenix as a 4, maybe you have like Phoenix Void.
Oh, Phoenix as a 4 is so sad.
I mean, I think Chen is also kind of a 4 in some ways.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
If I'm Luccini here, I'm probably planning for that Abaddon kind of 5-man strat that we were just talking about. I think Abaddon is really good against Bounty Hunter, not only because he plays 5-man really well, which is something that in general Bounty Hunter is pretty bad at. Like if you're behind and the enemy team is 5-manning, then Bounty Hunter just feels completely useless because he's not going to help you win the fight, and you're not going to get any pickoffs or anything if they're just deathballing. And Abaddon's really good with the shield against Bounty Hunter. So that would be what I would be angling for. But
there we go. Initiation. They will start it off that way. But you're right. I think a lot of these heroes can definitely be looked at. Again, guys that are just joining us, there's a bug right now where when a hero is picked, they will not be faded out on the left side. But hopefully will be fixed in the next couple of days. Although it is the weekend, so I might have to wait till Monday.
5 seconds remaining.
But we'll see what the next picks are going to be.
It's already Sunday for me.
Oh, that's true. My bad. Don't want to be prejudiced against Australians.
It's fine. Okay, so they got the Sand King. There's the Darkseer Sand King combo.
There's a Darkseer Bounty Hunter combo too. See, when I look at Captain's drafts, not to double negative myself here, I look for meme things, Base Kip. And a lot of times they come true just because of the limited pool. Ion Shell on Invis Hero, always fun.
Some of the other meme strats in this pool would have been like Lycan plus Enigma, but you can still have Lycan plus Prophet. That's also gross.
Prophet's still there. Wow.
Yeah, Nature's Prophet's actually pretty... He's probably one of the better heroes actually still in this pool. Yeah,
Monkey King's still there though.
There's some scary draft stats. I don't know how good Monkey King is, honestly. I feel like core
Really?
Monkey King, it seems to win the early game a lot, and then just like stalls out before the high ground, and doesn't seem to scale that well past 2-3 items.
I mean, there's definite truth. I think it's really good when you have like a mid that can scale into the late game as well.
Yeah,
as opposed to just like a ganking type.
Yeah, I mean he's a lane winner for sure in the right situation.
I would love to see Void for Luccini. So the cool thing about Captain's Draft, guys, is you get the 3 bans initially, and then the rest of the way you have none.
That's it.
So to counter, you have to pick counters instead of banning them out, which is always interesting to see the strategies that teams choose. But I think Void makes a lot of sense in this draft so far for Luccini.
Yeah,
nice
I think
setup.
the Void would be really good.
And it prevents them from getting like Sniper and Drow, because that's good catch and good initiation on the back line too.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to see it. So... I told you. Ion Shell Bounty. Just watch. All you need is like a Bloodseeker with Blood Rage, and then this would be complete.
The strat.
So good.
Okay. So, I don't know. There isn't that much. I was about to say that there isn't that much more team fight to set up for the Darkseer. Like, they've already got the Sand King. I guess other combos are maybe they'll go Disruptor, and then they'll have Darkseer Disruptor combo. I think Disruptor's pretty decent against Witch Doctor and Sand King.
Yeah, I can see that.
Stands. But then they're kind of doubling down on these heroes that, if they're ahead, look really, really good, like Bounty Hunter and Disruptor. And there's even the synergy there between the Vision and the Glimpse. But if they're behind and they're just getting run at, then they suck. Like, it's a Bounty Hunter and a Disruptor who have no early farm are going to do nothing. They do no damage. They completely rely on their cores to do all the damage for them. So that's a scary thing. And we do see this Monkey King that I was just bagging on.
Yep. And Brewmaster on the other side. Luccini's team fight is far superior right now.
Yeah. Far
into a Sniper. Okay. So you got the beefy guys in front. You got good initiation, which is kind of lacking in this draft, as we talked about. And then you have the backline right clicker and Sniper.
I just don't know how many heroes there are in this pool that can lane against Sniper. I think that's the big advantage that they've gotten for themselves here. Like I'm looking over this hero pool, and I don't know what they're gonna do. Like what do you put mid? Maybe you
Tiny.
Maybe you have like a Skywrath mid or something.
That's true. Yeah, Skywrath would actually be good.
You just gank the crap out of him with Bounty Hunter.
I think Tiny is good this game, just not in laning against Sniper. But you're right. That's an issue.
Yeah.
I think Lone Druid is garbage this game. Witch Doctor completely owns him. At least if you go the bear route. I guess maybe it doesn't matter if you don't.
The Brewmaster completely owns him. That's
true. Yeah.
It's not even just the Witch Doctor. Like your bear gets cycloned forever. Not good.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. There's that Disruptor. Okay, so if they lose the laning stage, I think Midas Club lose this game in a landslide. Just like
all right,
they're not gonna be able to do anything after that. I think if Darkseer gets forced out of lane, then they're in big trouble. They really need to make sure that Darkseer can stick on his lane and apply pressure and keep the supports away. Because I think the Sand King and the Witch Doctor are really scary if they get the opportunity to like run smokes and move around and set up ganks. Because I think the Brewmaster and the Sniper are both very easy to gank for. You land one disable and then you come in with the shrapnel or the thunderclap.
I think whoever they pick mid is going to get owned. I think you're right. There's
From
nobody.
Midas Club.
Yeah,
I don't know what they can do. Like maybe you. They might end up picking OD, but I don't think it's good. It's like, why would you pick OD into Sniper? That's a classic.
Maybe you just end up
counter.
There's no real dual lane either that you can set up, is there?
Not
like Disruptor would have to go, and then what would you do in your other lanes? I don't even know.
I think you just have to pressure mid with the Bounty Hunter somehow, but then you're not going to be pressuring bottom.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Called it.
He's gonna get Tony. He's gonna get shrizzled, but if he can somehow get an early blink base skip, he can instigate these kids.
Sniper.
Yeah.
Gives them another. So they got some Ion Shell carriers, a little bit more vacuum combo potential. I like the instant initiation against the Brewmaster as well. Like if you jump in Avatos combo, even if he survives that, that should give enough time for the Disruptor to run in and get the Static Storm off, which is pretty sweet.
I feel like Abaddon is too good. Okay. Oh, wow. They actually pick Lone Druid on top of this. Super greedy, I feel like.
Yeah, it is quite greedy. It's now... The worry is maybe that if the Brewmaster gets zoned out, then their lineup kind of stalls. Because I don't know if the Sand King's early game is guaranteed at all this game. And they're gonna... To get the Sand King any farm, then they have to do well enough in the lanes that the Lone Druid can pretty much jungle. Because he's like the big jungle farmer for their team, that they can rotate out of a lane and then put the Sand King there. But if the Darkseer is really far ahead, then they're not going to be able to put the Sand King in the Darkseer's lane.
This has to be a bear build, right? You cannot have two snipers on the same team, can you?
Yeah, no, I like the bear build way more.
Okay,
this game.
good.
Just play for a Radiance timing, really. Like
yeah.
The Blink Brew, you probably do the Aura builds on the Brewmaster, so you get like Blink, Vlad's, maybe a Dominator if you're feeling like a micro god today. Something like that.
Yeah, we'll see how they feel. So game 1 of this best of 3 of the South American I was just going to say.
Hit me with those cosmetic reviews, Shannon.
Yeah. So South America, a lot of pauses. Might need to change some rules here after this day. Actually, instead of looking at the sets, what I really like to do is compare couriers. And I want to keep stats on who has the best couriers and what the win rate is like. So for Luccini, what do we have here? What is this? A ram? Is this
Red Horn?
This isn't the join Dota thing from way back,
no,
is it? I don't think.
No, this isn't the insanely valuable one. No.
Okay, so this is just a random ram, and then the other side. Yep. Oh my! You did not do this to me.
Default.
Midas Club Elite. I can literally send you guys a courier. I have so many, and I never buy them. Oh boy. Sad days for donkeys everywhere. It's too bad they made the default such a cute courier. I really hate hating on it. Hating on it? I mean, that makes perfect sense, I think.
Yeah, no, I get you.
All right, we're back. The pauses haven't been too bad. There've been quite a few, but they've been kind of short-lived, which is always good.
Yeah, I don't think we've even had anybody like disconnect during the pauses, right? It's generally...
Well, I think we've had a couple, and we got a little bit of raginess from the... I forget what team that was. Probably Infamous, I guess.
Oh, there was the admins. Please clarify the pause rules.
Admins! Who's the admin in here? Oh. Monkey King pretending to be the courier. He gets
they
dusted.
Thought it was Bounty Hunter.
Oh, yeah.
It was not.
I mean, we were talking about this the last series, how getting this move speed with this courier, super helpful as a Monkey King.
The other thing that we didn't talk about is that Mischief prevents you from being aggroed by buildings, doesn't it? It's really stupid.
Yes, yeah.
You can just saunter into the enemy base, kill their courier.
I feel like if you can do that, it should not pop smokes. Because it could work to your advantage as well that it does not pop a smoke, right?
Yeah, maybe. Oh man, they're not protecting Madara at all here. He's just getting punched by King RD. Is he even gonna get the bounty? He's like committed now, but he's gonna take half of his health just to get it.
He'll get it. It's fine. Oh, he gets burrow struck into a dust, and he's in a lot of trouble. Looks like first blood is definitely gonna go the way of Luccini. One more right click. They're giving it to Madara.
Yeah, he needed
That's
it.
a good
He didn't
start.
Get the bounty. He didn't get
was
the
it
bounty
worth
room.
though?
He
was
got
it
the bounty
worth?
Hunter.
That's true.
For King RD, no.
Yes.
Definitely not.
But the bounty rune, so good.
He is the bounty hunter.
Like, shouldn't you? I feel like Alchemist kind of. Oh, we got to hold that thought. Very important thought, of course, as Disruptor. Is going to run right into a level 1 burrow strike. Madara going to right click away with that headshot, but here comes the avalanche. Lots of damage coming out. They're going to find the Disruptor. Madara on the run. Looks like he will live to see another day. As this sentry is placed down. Now they know. Kind of a wasted sentry, but I assume they're going to deward that pretty quickly.
Ye old tri-lane versus tri-lane at mid. Oh.
Yeah, Madara. Oh my god. What?
Oh,
how did that happen? I caught it technically,
attack
basically.
range, baby.
HFN. 3 burrow strike he's gotten with a level 1 skill point. Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen that. It's such a bad skill. Like melee range, essentially. They do technically have some setup, but overall, still a very good start for Luccini as Jericho here. Disruptor's going to find him with that nuke of his. At what point will we definitely know the build for Lone Druid?
It normally happens pretty early because you have to...
We got a death here. Yep. Keep talking. It's fine. We've seen this before.
Yeah,
4 times already.
You kind of have to see what he's doing in terms of boots build. I think after phase boots come out, that's when you'll kind of see it, just looking at his quick buy or looking at his item decisions, because once some people don't even get phase on the bear, but like you'll probably get phase on one of the two.
Yeah.
And then after that, if you see a Ring of Aquila or something picked up, then it's definitely the range build, because I think if you're going for the Radiance, then you're rushing it as fast as you can after you get that kind of first little round of items.
I miss Tiny so much, and I wish he would be played more without IO, because I still really enjoy watching this hero. So I'm pretty excited for this game, as this regen rune will be taken off here. It was basically at full HP anyway, so not a huge deal. As Madara
It's kind of a shame that if Tiny is good, then like Tiny with IO is kind of broken.
True.
It's hard to...
So the logical thing is just delete IO. Nobody really cares about that hero that much. Like, let's be real.
Just make it
Tiny's
so you
too
can't
cool.
pick both of them on the same team.
Okay. I can deal with that. Basically, play
captain's
Captain's Draft is what you're saying. So top lane, Disruptor getting initiated on. Looks like he's going to die. Nice job from Luccini, taking another kill for themselves. 5-1 right now.
Yep. And quietly, they've been doing pretty decently in the other lanes as well. Darkseer getting quite good farm. So I think that's really important for Midas, because like I was saying, they really need this.
Top lane, we have a Burrow Strike again. Still level 1, by the way. Boundless Strike will keep Witch Doctor in place just momentarily. But yet another kill, as this lane is just getting out of control for Luccini.
Yeah, their support combo is really nice and strong. They can... This is the one disadvantage, or the big disadvantage, I think, of the way that Midas Elite have set their lanes, is that they don't have the Darkseer pressuring this lane, so they don't have like a safe way to keep the supports pinned up here. And as we're seeing, the supports, when they're free to rotate, get so much work done. Like if they grab another smoke, which I think maybe they're getting ferried out. No, just some clarities. But if they grab another smoke, they can easily head mid, pick up another kill there. They're really controlling the map really effectively. And Bounty Hunter, I feel like we haven't really felt too much impact at all from him. Looks like he's going to try and harass mid lane a bit more. But
he will attempt to. Tiny is level 5. They could burst him down potentially here in the mid lane. And actually, Bounty's going to spot out the Witch Doctor. That is a super easy kill if Tiny can get in decent position.
Yeah, it's a bit more
easier said than done. He's just using his toss to farm anyways. This Shrapnel comes out. And looking at the CS, 25-5 versus 21-1. So Tiny's getting the pretty good deal out of this, despite dying early on, as we have a Burrow Strike here on the Monkey King top lane. He gets Savage Roared. There's the Boundless Strike. A couple more right clicks will do it, but he's stuck inside the kinetic fields. We're going to have a death on the Sand King. Oh, wow. How did I miss that one? Good lord.
Darkseer just
on the side.
Surged on past and burned him down.
Darkseer top lane now then, eh? So are they switching things up, it looks like?
Yeah, I think they've decided that the Monkey King is struggling way too hard. And Monkey King is not a catch-up hero at all. His flash farm, as you can kind of see,
he's doing great. He
bad.
Killed one creep in the neutral camp here. Looks good to me, dude.
It's not good. I guess they want to... is he just going to come over and grab a TP scroll?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
All right. Well, but still, he's level 3, and he's going to be going against a level 6 Brewmaster. So he still might find a lot of trouble in this lane. But
he may just die instantly. The Brew might just clap him, pop all and just run him down.
The South American pause. We're just going to patent that as a South American pause.
It used to be the SEA pause. That was the...
Yeah, well, I think more and more now...
without a pause.
The SEA scene, they're less reliant on LAN cafes, I feel like, these days. Like, a lot of these teams are sponsored. Yeah, so they have team houses and actual non-garbage computers. So connection isn't the greatest in SCA, just generally speaking, but South America might be the old SCA now, I guess you can call them.
Mm-hmm.
Since they weren't even technically a region until like last year, right? Like nobody ever paid attention to South America. So I was kind of so as far as like the new circuit goes, South America probably will not have a great time in the first 6 months, I want to say. But I'm interested to hear your thoughts. But over time, I feel like they will eventually get to that point where they're
is this Monkey King dead?
Oh, boy. Well, the Primal Split comes out. Monkey King level 4. You have to expect this. Gets sent up in the air. One more stun should do it. A couple more right clicks with that Fire Panda. And down he goes. Mid lane in the meantime. Tiny, he's standing literally right next to Sand King. Do they see him, though? Doesn't look like that's the case. He's going to go right in onto the Sniper. The counter Burrow Strike is there. Sniper taking a lot of damage. He'll be the first to fall as Jericho's stuck inside the kinetic field. Here comes the Witch Doctor, though. Beautiful cast. Jericho attempting to limp out, but the tiny toss will ensure the kill to go their way in this mid lane. That was a weird engagement as Tiny might pop to this Maledict. Yes.
Yep.
Finally will go down, but Witch Doctor will pay with it. Oh, no, actually he won't. The Bounty Hunter only level 3, so not dealing a whole lot of damage right now.
He just got a scent delivered, but not too far away. Alright. Oh, and there's a regen waiting top. Oh.
How convenient. Tavo, please.
Very nice.
Enjoy that, my friend. But yeah, from
Ice
your
Frog smiles upon you today.
From your side
Anyway,
of things, what is your opinion on what I said as far as South America goes? How long until they're more up to speed as far as, you know, being a little more even regional-wise?
I'm inclined to agree with you. That's going to be at least like 6 months. I don't know about the what the player population is like in SA. I feel like it's probably it's definitely a bigger scene than Australia.
It's pretty large, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
so yeah,
less standardized, I guess, is the best way to put it.
It's going to take them time to figure out some of like the systematic issues with the non-stop roster swaps and things like that, but the stability.
Oh god, that was pretty cocky. He eats the tree. Monkey King stunned for 4 seconds into a cask. That was pretty cocky, not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was...
Meanwhile,
He jumped down, right? He jumped down onto the wave and then jumped back up, but then he didn't have the Primal Spring to get away. No good.
Tough day.
Yeah,
I mean, we're talking about 8 minutes. Level 4 Monkey King, by the way.
Yeah, he's doing really badly. I don't believe in. I had some faith in core Monkey King, and the more tournaments I've watched and the more it's gotten picked, the shakier my faith has become. It just
it's funny how that opinion just goes back and forth. It's kind of just the pendulum swings one way one week, and then the next week's a completely different opinion.
Oh, are they going to be able to force the split here?
Yeah, they force it, right. And I don't know if they're going to get vision, although Tavo is literally stuck in the middle. He puts down the wall, but at what cost exactly? He's taking tons of damage, but there's a lot of TP support here. This could be really good for Monkey King if they end up getting a kill. He desperately needs these levels as Tavo attempts to get out, but he will be the first to fall in this engagement. Jericho, though, is stuck inside the kinetic field. Will drop. There's the glimpse back, and Brewmaster is the next to fall. So 2 for 1 at the current point. Madara. Basically, everybody's come to play in this bot lane. Monkey King now level 5. We're on the... just going to count out every level he gets. It's the countdown. The final countdown for Monkey King.
Yeah, he needs every little bit of help.
But you're right, he doesn't really have much comeback mechanics, which is definitely an issue. Like, if he was a position 4 right now, it wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Okay, his strat seems to be buy a Soul Ring and max Primal Spring, and hopefully just spam some waves. That's probably one of the best options he has. I mean, we've seen other players trying to do this to increase Monkey King's farm. Just get like an Echo Saber and an Aquila and, you know, spam raindrops and clarity and just be able to use the Primal Spring nonstop. It you know, gets you decent farm. It's not amazing. Other people try and go for Battle Fury, but I mean, it's way too late for Battle Fury for him.
Never too late for Cleave, all right? How dare you? How does crit work with Boundless Strike? Do they stack?
It is already a crit, so it can't.
Okay, that's too bad.
Yeah, you can't crit on top.
That explains why I've literally never seen that ever on Monkey King.
Crit on Monkey King? Nah.
Yeah.
It's pointless. The same as like buying crit on. Well, not quite the same as buying crit on like Jug or Wraith King, but same kind of idea.
Yeah.
His top tier 1 got taken at some point. I guess that was probably the pressure from the Darks here a little bit earlier. So Tavo doing pretty well, but the Lone Druid is just being farming up a storm this whole time. Looks like it is definitely going to be the Radiance build. So they're just mostly playing for blink timings and the Radiance, and then that should be their moment to just strike 5-man group up.
Yep. And Luccini or Luccini. Don't have any idea how to pronounce it. Luccini sounds very Italian, so I'm just going to say it just because it sounds better. They are smoked up along with Midas Club Elite on the opposite side of the map. Don't think they're going to find anybody in this sector of the map right now. Jericho level 5 on this Sand King. No scan available for Luccini, but Midas Club does have one. And somehow they've managed to just evade each other completely over this last couple minutes. Now they're just going to go to town on this tier 1.
Luccini really setting themselves up to get the more valuable tower here, though. I think that offlane tower is pretty whatever. But the mid lane, they've now managed to like kind of take control over this section of the jungle, right? With the tier 1 being down over here and the tier 1 being dead at mid. So they should be able to put some Puras in there and pressure quite a bit, get some additional farm.
And Sniper will be going for the Maelstrom to start off. Brewmaster, Blink, first item. Only about 150 away from completing that. That is going to be pretty big. You'd expect them to maybe 4-man a bit once that comes up on him. And Monkey King is level 6. I'm going to say every single level will have time, believe me. Tiny does have the Blink, by the way, along with DD.
Slowly.
Yeah. I don't think he can take out Brewmaster, although with DD maybe.
They have the Boundless Strike chain stun, but the range creep spotted the Monkey King hopping around, so...
That range creep, man. Holy shit.
If he gets into the side shop, he can buy his Blink and get out of here.
Well, he's going to drop right on Brew. There's the Avalanche Toss combination. It might be enough. No, yes! No, yes, no. And he will fall before the Primal Split comes out.
He did manage to buy his Blink, which is nice.
Oh.
So didn't lose any gold, but...
That's good. And didn't waste his Primal Split, technically. Although, he actually would have gotten away if it went off. They expended pretty much everything they had.
HFN trying to go for a somewhat sneaky play, immediately switching from the bottom lane to try and get another pick off since he has his combo back off cooldown. Who can he find?
He wants
That's
it.
the question.
He wants it. We're going to see... Oh, they're going to find a Bounty Hunter first, so no track kills for you this day. Sniper stuck inside the kinetic field static storm combination into an Avalanche Toss, and that is a death. Looks like Witch Doctor will be next on the list. Jericho attempting to help out his team. He gets the Burrow Strike out, but gets glimpsed back into a toss. Do they have enough damage to actually take him out? The Shrine pops. Oh, he's barely going to live. Savage Roar used to no effect. Jericho should be okay, although there's the Avalanche Toss combination. And HFN with a 5-2 score at the moment. Love this hero. I love Tiny.
He's so dynamic. It's fun to watch. Get your Blink, go do stuff, get some kills. He's going to go for a Shadow Blade after that.
Yes,
as well.
good choice. It's either that or like an Echo Saber. You typically will get all 3. God dang it, Basecap. I blame that on you. Disruptor.
You started the Tiny monologue. And
Yes, I can't stop talking about Tiny. I love him so much. How do you say this guy's name? The Lone Druid. As we're going to see Avalanche Toss take out another hero, this time Witch Doctor.
I was going to say Jamari, but there's an I in there. So.
Jaimari? Or maybe it's Yaimari. The J is usually silent, right? But then is Jericho Jericho? That's the question. I don't know. I don't think so.
Probably not.
All right. Well, the Lone Druid, like you said, will be going for the Radiance, and not too far off, only about 700 away from getting the Relic at least. And once he gets Radiance, things change quite a bit. Technically a pretty even game as far as net worth right now. But we haven't really seen track kills come into play at all.
No, he died really quickly in the beginning of that last fight, which was pretty troubling.
Now he's falling around the Tiny. Probably a good choice. Get a lot of insta-gibs. Although they're pretty risky here. Very close to the enemy team. Not sure if they're aware. Monkey King's going to scout it. Yeah, most of Luccini's here.
Yeah, they're just playing defensively, waiting. They know that the Lone Druid timing is what they're really playing for. So they have given up a lot of the map in response to this pressure, but I guess that's mostly because they just don't feel like they have the tools just yet to go and move out. And if they're split up, then they can just get picked up.
Oh, we see the jump in, Thunderclap into a Primal Split on top of Tiny. Maledict comes through. Looks like he will fall one way or the other. and that is not what you want. Not sure if he showed off. Yeah, his Shadow Blade was purchased, but not on his body as of
they
yet.
found the Monkey King as well.
And Masha, yeah, he looks to be dead. Very easy kill going the way of Luccini. In the meantime, doesn't look like Midas Club is able to really capitalize on the space created aspect of that. Those 2 deaths.
No, it's interesting that they've had this Darkseer mech for a little bit. I feel like they should have been using that timing a bit more. I guess they don't really want to. I think they can 5-on-5 with the mech. I hope that that's the decision that they make as soon as they pop back up, because the primal split's on cooldown. This is actually a really good window for them. And yeah, they're all moving up towards top. They need some track kills here.
And King RD, oh, he can cancel this with their Shoryuken. And there we go. That's going to be an easy kill, track kill to boot. Very nicely done from Midas Club. That's the first one we've seen this game, I do believe. And I'm not sure if they saw it, but the Shadow Blade was used. I'm sure they did. And I assume that Echo... Oh, he's actually going straight into Aghanim Scepter. Interesting. So no Echo Saber. Huh.
He does need to get it eventually because their building damage sucks, but... I guess it's not bad here. It's also a decent farming item.
Yep, that's true. Hold on
eventually,
take it over, base.
If he gets like another 2 items, yeah, sure. If he gets another 2 items after that, then he will just be able to club down all the primal splits in the middle of the fight. Though, speaking of the primal split, he's gonna have to get BKB eventually. He's gonna combo one down.
Yep, that's a death. All it took was 1 right click after the combo, and here comes.
Kill. How many more can they get?
Witch Doctor's gonna be the next one. Not able to get off a whole lot. Just the cast. The bear is tossed in. They can clean that up. Savage Roar comes out, but that's gonna be more gold going the way of Midas Club Elite. And there you see, the Guardian Greaves are online now.
Unfortunate that they couldn't get any core kills, but still nice. 2 track kills. They got the bear, so now they know that it's just been resummoned, which makes it easier to deal with. And that could be pretty scary for the Lone Druid. He's just spent the last, his team's been making space for him for the last 18 minutes or so to pick up this Radiance, and if he dies now, then he's not really going to be able to use it. So need to be very careful. They're sitting some heroes behind him, but I don't know if it's quite close enough. He's not really giving this Tiny a whole lot of respect, just running around in his ranged form the whole time. It is better for farm efficiency, but if you die, then that's where...
Well, the good news is, for now, he has the Relic on himself, knowing that he doesn't have that second bear. Just in case his bear is taken out, he'll still be able to technically use Radiance for a little bit. What talents do we have here? So 250 HP, so the rest of the talents are mostly bear related, which is always nice. 50 spear bear damage. Do you go magic resist or armor this game? It's a lot of magic. A lot of magic.
Yeah, I think you get magic resist this game.
50%. And doesn't he start with a certain amount? 32% magic resist right now on the bear. Without that talent. That is insane, actually. Holy cow.
Because they can't really right-click the bear that easily. He'll build AC, 2nd or 3rd item, and then they've already got the Radiance mischance.
You're never going to buy pipe on a bear. Oh, that's not true. Sometimes, but not too often.
Get to the side shop.
Oh, Jericho gets balance struck. Just buy it anyway. It's fine. He got it. He's like, it's all right, guys. They won't think I have blink, and then we can smoke once I'm up. It's all good.
Yeah, they've hit. This is a really good timing. They got both their blinks. They got the Radiance. They've even got level 2 True Form on the Lone Druid, so it should be very, very difficult to burst him. And this is where they should be able to go and take a, I think just take a head-on fight, probably. It could go badly. There could be like a big vacuum disruptor combo with the Monkey King ult laid down, but
anything can happen.
Very strong. Yeah,
we have multiple blinks now. Hood on the Brewmaster. He's gonna be popped. Bounty is here. Will they actually find him? Static Storm on top, though. And the Brewmaster's in a lot of trouble. He gets tracked up as well. We see the Wukong's command come into play. Burrow Strike onto 2. Buyback on the Primal Splitting Brewmaster. He still has that available. And right now it's a 2-for-1. Technically 2-for-2 with a buyback. And it looks like Midas Club Elite is on the run.
Yeah, a couple of little flubs there in terms of execution from Luccini. And very good positioning from the Bounty Hunter. Breaking the smoke, giving them the opportunity to...
That was a really fast Static Storm, I have to say.
Yeah. I think he was just sitting it with their hovered already. He knew that if they're going to go on anybody, they're going to go on the tiny. He does the most damage, but is also still fairly easy to bring down at this point. So it was pretty obvious that if the panda was going on anyone, he was going on tiny.
Up top lane, King RD. He is dead. He gets a track off, but really to no avail. The Maledict should be enough to take him out, you would assume. It is level 4 after all. He will die eventually, I promise you. There he goes. Well, we do have some counter initiation, though. Masha is here with Duster. Nice balance strike onto a couple heroes. They're going to find the easy kill on the Witch Doctor. And Primal Split is forced. Don't know if he can actually... Well, we'll see if he can actually do anything with this.
Go, Lone Druid. Use the space.
And where is this Lone Druid?
He's bot.
Well, he's going to attempt to push down that tower. Brewmaster about to pop. He gets avalanched immediately into the toss. But here comes the Burrow Strike into a Shrapnel and Static Storm. A lot of damage being done. A nice glimpse onto the Brewmaster as well. They'll find that kill at the very least. And Masha and company attempting to get out. Assassinate will connect, but I think that'll break things up. And hey, the Lone Druid came to play. Could have kept pushing, but did get the tier 2 at the very least.
Yeah, I think that was a really tough call. If the Brewmaster had managed to get his blink off, then he gets up onto the shrine, and maybe they have some turnaround potential. So whether or not you TP back there as a Lone Druid, I think is not an easy decision. Could have maybe forced the glyph since it was off cooldown. But a couple of little flubs, I think, from Luccini in terms of decision making. Also, in that last fight at bottom, I think the Sand King canceled his own epicenter. It was also not ideal. Yeah, it was on cooldown, but maybe he decided that he had to blink faster to try and save the Brewmaster or something like that. But yeah, and I also don't know what I guess they got that bounty hunter kill, but put themselves in a pretty vulnerable situation. And now they 30 seconds to primal split. Maybe it's not too bad. Maybe they can just pick themselves up, dust themselves off, and keep on going.
Yeah, as much as I hate to say this, I think the Tiny needs a BKB instead of Ags.
Oh yeah, he has to get it this game.
And it pains me to admit that. It pains me. Because it's not fun. It's not a fun item. But you need it. He's going to show himself here mid. For now, he still has the Aghanims in the quick buy. We'll see if he commits to it or not. The Burrow Strike is there. HFN should be okay. Oh, beautiful Static Storm combination with the vacuum into a kinetic field. Oh, this is a lot of damage. Witch Doctor's going to fall. The Burrow Strike is there, but at what cost? It's a 2-for-1 to start the fight. Disruptor might get burned down to the Radiance, but no, he's going to blink back the bear to safety. Here comes the Monkey King dodging the Thunderclap. Primal Split pops. Where's the Sniper? Sniper actually died already. Chimera, whatever in God's name your name is in a lot of trouble. He's going to do some damage to Tiny, though. Will find the kill. King RD wants to finish him off, but not sure if he can. With the Monkey King's help, perhaps Boundless Strike. One more Shuriken will do it. That is more track kills in their favor. Monkey King taking tons and tons of damage. Gets the extra armor, but his ultimate will not last that long because he dies immediately. Brewmaster now attempting to finish him off. Another crit. Double kill for Gian on the Brewmaster.
The first kill,
what a fight.
The first crit was guaranteed. The second one was not.
True.
That was. Oh man. So in that fight, Lone Druid pressed his Druid form at just the right time. Like he was transforming as he got vacuumed into that Static Storm combo, and that was the only thing that kept him alive. And yeah, as we saw, Sniper just got completely popped. The positioning was not that great from Luccini. If they take a structured fight where they have the Lone Druid and the Brewmaster in the front, and then Sniper is kind of hidden away in the back somewhere, I think that their team fight is probably still better. But in these scrappier engagements, definitely Midas Club favored.
Tiny, they spot him. They know he's there, and he knows he cannot kill Brew by himself, especially with this hood online. He's gonna go for a full pipe, in fact.
It's tough. There's a bunch of items that Tiny needs this game. He has to buy Ags because he needs the building damage because his team has no building damage. He has to buy BKB against the Brew. I think he almost has to buy MKB as well at some stage.
Oh, Jericho forcing out the Static Storm. Will not get placed in. Oh my god, these jukes. Sand King playing with his food, if you will.
Do they even have any detection?
No, they do not. And he just blinks out. Wow. A lot of wasted time, a lot of wasted spells, and Sand King lives to see another day. There's a Hurricane Pike now and Sniper.
That's gonna help a little bit. I wonder if this is also a game where maybe you just buy BKB on stuff as well. Go for the kind of tanky.
That sounds
disgusting. I didn't go for the tanky sniper build. That's like a no one special where you just go for the unexpectedly tanky sniper build.
Yeah.
Like you take the health and treads.
Oh, he's gonna evade the first attack. Avalanche is there. Toss as well. I don't think they can finish him off. He's not even half HP. They're gonna pop the dust. King RD's in a lot of trouble. A nice balance strike into the bear and the other bear, and that'll break things up. I think honestly, if he wants to be, he has the Ags by the way on HFN. If he wants to kill Brewmaster, Silver Edge is not too shabby. Although he just gets off his primal split, maybe not. They need like a, other than static stone, they need like a single target silence, like an Orchid or something. But I don't know who picks that up this game.
Yeah, I mean maybe Tiny buys Bloodthorn later or something. But he's got, like I said, he has so many items he has to buy.
That's true.
This game.
Oh, Madara.
Madara not in a great spot. Oh, he's got the high ground though.
Yeah, I think they spotted out Tiny. Pretty sure he was in range.
Tiny and this Invis rune just wandering around. the Monkey King.
Oh, was he an Invis?
Okay.
How slow are you as an Invis rune? It's super slow, right?
Super slow, yeah. Oh, it's the same as like all the other prop speeds.
Yeah, I guess it's all static other than the courier. All right, well, Tiny showing his prowess with that Ags. I mean, I don't want to make it seem like I don't think Ags is good, but it's one of the best Ags in the game. If my list is any indication, base Kip.
Yeah, and, he had to get it this game, 100%. And like I said, he's got a really long shopping list, and the Ags is kind of the best flash farming item.
That's a good way to put it. So after BKB, what do you want on Tiny?
I kind of want to see Butterfly or AC.
Okay. Oh, he's gonna run right into Jericho here. There's the Avatos combo. Burrow Strike will save him though. Here comes the Shrapnel. Primal Split comes off as well, and HFN regrets his decisions in life. Look, oh my god. I didn't know it worked like that. The Crimson Guard looking very OP right now as Tiny gets Burrow Strike. They might find this kill. A couple more right clicks from Madara on the backside, and indeed they will. Nice Savage Roar canceling the TP of Disruptor. One more Burrow Strike should finish him off. And nicely done. Glimpse back to safety, in fact. So a 3 for nothing, just a botched initiation, if you will. Not able to actually finish off any heroes now. That's tough life.
The Disruptor was way too far away. Like he was still coming down this hill, over here, as that fight was breaking out up on this side. If they get the Static Storm off, I think it's a pretty different fight. But yeah,
well, at least they got the courier.
Hit their timings.
Yeah, buybacks are there, but they don't really want to use it with only 20 seconds here. Fortification popped. Wall Vac is still there, by the way. Wasn't able to get that off. Did get off the Crimson Guard, as we talked about. Buyback is there for Tiny, despite being up in only about 15 seconds or so. Savage Roar. Darkseer is just decimated. Buys back. Oh, that's the Tiny that bought back. Sorry, they're going to just apply all the pressure to this barracks now. As Tiny gets Static Storm. All right, they're going to find Brewmaster, it looks like. Doesn't have Primal Split, but the barracks is down. And that is all Luccini really wants. If it costs them only 1 kill or 1 death, not a big deal. They're actually going to go in for the fight here. Burrow Strike on a Monkey King into a Maledict. That looks to be an easy kill. And now Luccini look to be on the run. I mean, that's the scary thing about losing a couple heroes against this lineup with the Sniper and especially Lone Druid. You just take racks very easily.
Yeah, and Luccini's teamfight is just... I think it's both stronger and easier to execute in a lot of ways than Midas Elite. So even that one fight where they got the Vac Wall Disruptor combo, they got the 2 supports, and then it ended up being, what, a win for Luccini anyway?
Mm-hmm.
So I really like the way that they opened their draft. I think the Witch Doctor and the Sand King, just really stable supports, have done a lot of work to help win them this game, because they're the big reason that the Monkey King is kind of so dumpstered, because they just crushed him in lane, then they swapped lanes, then he died instantly to the Brewmaster because the Brewmaster was already reasonably farmed, and he's just kind of struggled ever since.
And they need this rush desperately. DD on the Tiny, one of the better heroes to get DD on, considering his base damage is redonkulous. And looks like they'll get it for free. So nice pickup here for Midas Club. And Tiny will be the one to hold it. And it looks like they want to fight right away. Tiny's still with the double damage, so I can't blame them. If he finds Madara... Oh! If he just went up, I think that's an easy kill. But they're going to find Lone Druid instead. That actually could be a bigger one. In fact, they do. 70 seconds on the deck with no buyback. Looks like Tiny's going to apply a little bit more pressure. There's a Static Storm into a Monkey King ult on the sideline as Sniper is right-clicked down by Masha and company. There's the Primal Split finally going off as Tiny's Aegis is popped. And if they're smart, they just push. That's 2 cores down without buyback. Of course, they don't know that. But considering how fast they can push with that Tiny Ags, could be pretty big. But it is 3v3.
Oh. Tavo has found the Earth Panda.
Earth Panda. Oh! Blink out to safety. And he is fine.
Alright. He did a really good job cutting the wave as well with his Fire Panda and the Storm Panda. They've also got Glyph, so it looks like they should be able to get their 2 cores up in a decent amount of time. But still, that's not even that good of a look for Midas Elite, right? That was... I guess it was just 2 supports for 2 cores, but they don't have the Aegis anymore, and I feel like Luccini... They kind of got caught in an awkward situation there with the Lone Druid happening to walk out of the base in his ranged form right at that moment.
Alright, we didn't really cover this as we're going to see a smoke here from Luccini. Why does Crimson Guard apply to all of the Monkey King...
Because
what are they called?
They're still like hero units, I guess.
Soldiers.
Technically, if there's something.
That's
so
weird.
that they can
you
destroy
can't
your
attack
frame
them.
rate.
Yeah, I guess
No, you
so.
can't. It looks cool.
Maybe that's maybe they put that in just because they're gonna nerf him to where you can kill the soldiers.
Make them killable.
Yeah. You never know. As
I
Tavo
don't
might
think
get
he
picked
needs
off
nerfs.
here.
Tavo.
Burrow strike into an epicenter. We're gonna see the Crimson Guard pop, but that doesn't really stop any magic damage. Wall is applied as well. Here comes the Avatos combination. BKB pop by HFN, showing that off. So they will find the return kill. Glimpse into a Static Storm. He blinks out before the damage is applied. Oh, that is super frustrating if you're Midas Club Elite. HFN looking for more, but is thinking better of it right now.
That's the power of the hood. The Static Storm didn't do any damage, so Blink doesn't get canceled.
Isn't the damage from Static Storm, isn't it like a delayed damage as well?
As well, yeah, but in that case he had the barrier up.
Okay, I see.
There's no BKB. I don't know if this is a safe fight.
Oh yeah, King RD getting initiated on. Kinetic Field holding heroes in left, right, and center. That is 2 dead in the blink of an eye. Primal Split is popped, and Masha trying to right-click, but there's only so much he can do against the amalgamation of Luccini heroes. That is 3 dead as the chase continues. Midas Club Elite just falling apart at the seams right now.
Luccini's draft is just way easier to execute. They did a good job. I mean, I don't even think they did that good of a job in the early game. They did shut out the Monkey King, but then they just chilled on their side of the map until the Lone Druid had items, and they knew that they would be able to get to this point of the game where they could just run as 5.
Oh, they're going to jump right in. Monkey King needs the buyback. That's going to be the 4th buyback as Tiny's in a lot of trouble. Nice vacuum, but no real follow-up. There's the Boundless Strike. Tiny, no buyback. 80 seconds on the deck. And we'll see if that's enough for Luccini to actually finish this game. The Brewmaster, no Primal Split for another 40 seconds, but the building damage is there. All you need is that big, fat, juicy bear with the Basher AC. And GG is called in his best of 3. Game 1 goes away with Luccini.
Yeah, I feel like we just didn't... They picked the Darkseer, and I think they kind of picked it as a deny pick away from Luccini, so they couldn't get the Sand King Darkseer, but I don't know if the Darkseer really did that much this game. They got like 1 good combo the whole game.
They did do the Ion Shell
Darkseer Disruptor.
Bounty Hunter meme, base kid. That's why.
They didn't do the cheese.
Cheese works in Captain's Draft. Trust me. I have experience with these kind of things.
That's the lesson you've learned?
Yes. All right, guys. That's game 1 of this best of 3 for the last series of the day.